It is Middling Mondays. And we're back again with another Chaos Sorcerer. And I gotta admit, there's a whole lot of chaos going around in these low mid-tier 1v1s these days. I don't know what it's all about. I guess Chaos truly is the noob race. I've always said it. They're my least favourite race. The lack of abilities. They're just boring, man. They're just a boring race, but you just move them around, and they do relatively well since their units are decent at 1v1 fights. I kind of like this colour scheme, just to say something a little bit different rather than shitting on Chaos all day long. I like this colour scheme. The heretics look cool. They look intimidating. I like it. Who's he up against? Big Gordian is up against Zloy Molonik, playing as the Warlock. Pretty conventional lead against Eldar as the Warlock. Double Guardians. The Guardians are really good at focusing down the Heretics, whilst the Banshees can, well, you know, they tango well with one Heretic, not so much two, even though cost to cost they're pretty similar to two. And they can obviously dice up some CSM quick time as well, if need be. I'd like to see the Warlock getting active and busy with his Destructor. That'd be nice to see. No Destructor down here on these Heretics, which is a bit of a shame. Heretics getting some alright value into the Banshees, but honestly, the Heretics in this case should not be engaging. Look how much free XP they've just fed the Banshees. Okay, you took 20% of the HP of the Banshees off them, but who cares? You just bled 4 models on your Heretics, and you just gave them a third of an XP bar. You do not want to be giving Banshees XP bars, because then they just proc specials instantly. Remember, if the Sorcerer's level 2, the Banshees are only level 1, then the Banshees can't proc a special on the Sorcerer. And that's fucking huge, man. Because that's what's really scary about Banshees. When you fight them, you never know when they're going to get a special, knock you over, and then kill you when you hit the retreat. Because you're on your ass. If you're level 2, they can't do that, so it's just a massive, massive boon. But right now, Banshees are far closer to level 2 than the Sorcerer, so that's bad. That's really bad. Now, good thing for Gordian is that he has managed to deal with this Warlock relatively well, and the Warlock didn't even get the Destructor off in any of the Heretics, so that's nice. The Warlock hasn't actually got much XP and hasn't really done that well. And he's back out on the map again, but yeah, he's behind in map control pretty majorly. He's already gone for 1 AC, which obviously means now this Heretic squad can 1v1 Banshees, which is cool, but I don't know, man, it's just not that effective. Now, what I would like to see from Zloy is a whole lot more generators need to come down. There we go, thank you, Molonik. You know what you're doing. He knows what he's doing. This is fine play from Zloy so far. He's doing everything as he should, really. Now, I would expect to see the Vestments or Sigil coming out at some point, but maybe before he goes for that, he wants to get out a 4th unit, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I would like to see Raptors. To be honest, Raptors, Noise Marines, Havocs, they all work pretty well. I think you don't really want to go for Havocs as your first tier 1.5 unit, because then you just leave yourself really vulnerable to Rangers. But I would like to see Noise Marines into Havocs, or just Raptors and Sorcerer upgrades. Anything like that would be nice. I like the idea to cap on the side with the AC ticks. Actually, there's double AC ticks. Okay, I don't like that. That's too much commitment to AC ticks that will just get shot to pieces by Guardians. And it means that you don't really have... well, you just don't have much capping power. Because you still only got 3 squads plus the hero. Ooh, beautiful Doombots there. Great value. And he's got the Vestments. Come on, kill a few more Guardians. Ah, unlucky. Doesn't get it. Now he needs to be careful because he's only a level 1 Sorcerer and those Banshees are going to send him flying. Potentially, at least. A lot of dead Guardians here. This Guardian squad's going to get wiped. Seems very unnecessary. Not very good micro from Zloy on the Guardians, but the Banshees might even finish off this Heretic squad. God, that is going to be close. Yeah, they got it. Beautiful. I mean, that makes up the loss of a default Guardian squad, right? These guys are cheap as chips. 300 requisition and that's it. With the AC, the Heretics are like 300 requisition and 25 power. Definitely worth it. So we actually see the Havocs coming out, and that's exactly what I didn't want to see, but Zloy has opted for double shuriken, so he may be persuaded not to go for the extra... Ooh, Nice Doom Boss. Unfortunately, the Banshees are all hitting the Aspiring Champion, which is pretty terrible. For ages there, they were fighting without... Are they going to wipe the other one? Oh my god. So the Heretics with the AC should be able to handle Banshees fairly easily, but the problem there is that the Banshees screamed, and only the AC was in combat, so for ages, all the Banshees were getting their power melee bonus on the AC, who's heavy infantry, I think, and they, all the other Heretics just weren't doing their DPS like they're meant to be. Now, Zloy could opt for Rangers here to try and counter the Havoc. I don't think it's a bad idea, actually. In fact, I would like to see it. Especially because the Sorcerer has access to that Tzeentch worship. Ooh, he's decided to go for the Merciless Witchblade. That's not a bad idea as well. That will obviously help him counter-initiate the Chaos Sorcerer, drain his energy, do a lot of damage to him when he teleports in. You can also swap it to range stance and knock him over quite consistently. Can be good to counter the teleport. He's using the Guardians for capping power on the side of the map. I like that. Makes sense. Guardians actually will lose to everything that Gordian has, including default Heretics. So... if you only got one of them, you can't exactly kite and shoot down the Heretic, so it's best to just use it as a side capper. Looks like Zloy is just going to go straight to tier 2. Not a bad idea. If he's opting for that, I'd like to see him node this power. He's floating quite a lot of requisition right now, and that would delay these CSM for ages, but he doesn't do that. So given that, I'd like to see him actually get Rangers, but I don't think he's gonna. Maybe he wants to purchase another Wargear, perhaps? I'm not sure why he's just walking the Warlock forward into a Havoc. I mean, he knew that was there. Quite a curious choice there. Trying to face tank a Havoc is rarely a good idea. A decent little Doom Boss, but not really achieving too much from it. Just needs to get the Sorcerer out of there. I don't exactly know what he's doing, to be honest. CSM capping on the side feels bad. Like, that's such a waste of resources. You know, they're such an expensive squad compared to, like, Heretics. It's a shame he doesn't have another default Heretic squad just to cap that side of the map while nothing's there. I don't know why he just wasted his teleport as well. Teleporting onto the Guardians here. It's okay. So somehow Gordian is actually going to tier 2 first. I don't know how the hell that works out, but it does. I mean, obviously, Zloy has just spent way more in power. I mean, that's obvious. What is it? Let's do some quick maths. 50 for the Aspiring Champions. 80... Wow, this is a heavy tier 1. Holy shit. 50, 80, and then, what's this? 30, so that's 110. Zloy has spent 35, 65... 85, 115, 145. So yeah, Zloy spent a little bit more, but I feel like he's had the better map control and also put down gens sooner, so I'm shocked he's so far behind. Granted, he's not helping himself right now because he's not clicking that tier 2 upgrade, which he really needs to do. He really needs to click that upgrade. Gordian's opting for Bloodletters. I really like that play. I mean, it makes perfect sense. He's up against double shurikens. Bloodletters are a great shuriken counter. Not only can they jump on top of them, but they can phase shift and walk into them, and they don't get suppressed anyway, so yeah, they're amazing at countering shurikens. Don't forget, the actual heavy weapon shuriken itself is heavy infantry, so they take extra damage from the Hellblades of the Bloodletters, so if you don't retreat your shuriken in time, Bloodletters will wipe out a shuriken very, very quickly. Bit of a questionable Dark Flames there. It is actually hitting the shuriken, but I don't know. Oh, look at the effect of the Banshee's already been level 2. Smashing up these Bloodletters with specials. Constant specials. They don't even have the Exarch, and they're winning because of the specials. Actually, I really love the use of Distort Field here. That was very cool. Very nice to see. Help them win that fight against the Bloodletters and give them even more XP. Even though the autocannon was providing fire support. And we see Cornerings as well. What an investment into melee. Huge investment into melee for Gordian. I'm really surprised not to see the Flame Sword. It's just such a powerful melee upgrade. It just feels bad when you go for vestments and you don't actually get the flame sword. Like, what are you doing with your sorcerer? You're just trying to turn him into a Warp Spider Exarch. Cap the whole map. Which he obviously hasn't been doing. He's been using him in melee loads, so... Don't know, I don't get it. Bit of an over-eager teleport there. Shuriken's long gone. I like the attempt to nade one of the Bloodletters after the teleport though, that was cool. Absolutely fucking gigantic float from Zloy. He's going to hit tier 2 and he nearly can afford tier 3. Honestly, kind of impressive that he's held onto the VP so well given the lead that Gordian had. Now, Gordian going for a Blood Crusher here in hindsight would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? Because he's been ahead in tech for so long, but he's probably as shocked as I am that he got to tier 2 first. Now, one thing I would like to say is I'd love to see an extra Heretic squad coming out here. The Bloodletters are constantly unable to get healed because the Heretics are too busy capping because he doesn't have any capping units. Now, he's using the Corneries to cap as well, but the problem is they can't really fight the Warlock with the Champion's Robe and Merciless. Like, you know, they'll do well, but they won't do great, and they're kind of feeding him a lot of XP. It's just rough. I don't know why he's not using his Champion's Robe. Now he is. Kinda late though. They're actually going to wipe this Warlock. He seems to have been mostly forgotten about. I don't know what that was all about. Guardians get super close to getting wiped, but then the Banshees flank in and start taking out some Havocs. This is where the Bloodletters need to be, but actually he's got something better than the Bloodletters to counter-initiate. He's getting a Khorne Dreadnought. That will definitely work as a counter-initiation tool. So how is Zloy going to combat that? I mean, he's got a Falcon, that's good. But it's always scary when you go for a Falcon against the Cursed Sorcerer, since he can sigil around like las cannons to chase your Falcon, or he can sigil behind the Falcon and then teleport Plague Marines through and get rear armor snaring missile shots, which is terrifying. So I don't like the Falcon against the Sorcerer, but I don't know if Gordian will be able to pull off one of those kind of plays. We'll just have to wait and see. Zloy's floating a shitload of requisition. If I was in his spot right now, I'd be getting Fire Dragons. So then I've got 2 sources of AV. Well, actually 3. The Falcon, Fire Dragons, and the Bright Lance. And the great thing with Fire Dragons against the K-Dread is they're mobile AV. So the Bright Lance obviously has to reset up after it gets chased off by the Dreadnought. That's so annoying. The Fire Dragons do not, and that's really nice. Bit of a micro mishap there from Zloy. Ends up taking a gigantic amount of damage on the Falcon for really not a whole lot of reasoning. If he loses the Falcon to Bloodletters, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, okay, thank you. Now keep the Falcon back and just repair it before you send it out again. Do not lose the Falcon to a K-Dread and Bloodletters. Come on. Gordian really needs to be getting another squad of Heretics, even if he doesn't want it for worship support, which he fucking should. He needs it to then repair the Dreadnought as well as capping. Not entirely sure why the Khorne Marines charged into those Banshees there, that was odd. Damn. Banshees are nerdy level 4. Wow. Bloodletters are putting in a lot of work, I like it. He's actually opting for another one. Wait, the Heretic squad died? Where did they die? Did they die over here? Must have done, I guess. Yeah, I guess... No, I don't know, that looks like Khorne Marines. Alright, well I don't agree with this Bloodletter choice. You should not be getting Bloodletters when you have already got a squad of Bloodletters and you've got no Heretics on the field and a vehicle that needs repairs. He has literally no repairs right now. Why is he getting another squad of Bloodletters? Double Heretics is the base that he needs right now. And honestly, I don't know why he hasn't got the Flame Sword all this game as well. Flame Sword had been putting in so much work. Might actually have wiped out some of these Shurikens if he had the Flame Sword. Yeah, this is not a time to be pushing forward with your Dreadnought. Haywire grenades are going to be amazing here. Disabling the melee on the Dreadnought. Slowing it down even further if it tries to just bum rush the Bright Lance. This could be a pivotal engagement now. See if he wipes the Bright Lance. This is a bad spot for the Bright Lance. They're only just retreating now. A bit late. They're going to retreat through. The Bloodletters, I think they're going to wipe. Oh my god, that... Yep. Wiped out Bright Lance. The Warlock tried his best, but his best is not good enough. Everything else is getting distracted by the Khorne Dreadnought. That Bright Lance should have just retreated out instantly as soon as the Bloodletters opt in. It's too risky. And then you counter-initiate them with the Warp Spiders and the Warlock. The Warlock now needs to be really careful. He's charging into double worship Bloodletters. That is not where you want to be. He's going to die. Yeah. That was unnecessary. Bloodletter's overextending quite a bit. I would have liked to have seen them phase shift there. Okay, I don't know why the Falcon's getting so close. And again, this is why Rangers would be useful. This infiltration play is deadly. Oh, the Falcon's going to die. He didn't shoot the Havocs! What are you doing? Gordian, shoot the Havocs! Oh my god, Gordian. Oh, Gordian. What are you playing at, lad? And then he fucks up his Doombolts as well. Oh dear. Nice demonic summoning though. Warp Spiders are not being microed. Yeah, I think Zloy just needs to get the fuck out of this engagement. This is looking bad. And there's a demonic summoning here, so the Bloodletters can just keep reinforcing. This is not a position you want to be in. He's just struggling to break the Bloodletters right now. The double Bloodletters worshipped by the heretics. He just can't push against it. So what he should be doing is, he should just be splitting his forces. Go cap the side and make him split up. Don't just walk your units constantly into this Havoc and K-Dread combo. You're walking into a defensive line. Split the opponent up. Make them move. You're Eldar, you've got mobility. You know, send the Falcon and the Guardians around here and start bashing some gens and then get out. There's no stairs on the field for Gordian. He hasn't got any Plague Marines, so who cares? You can easily evade the rest of his AV. Have the Warp Spiders constantly move around trying to harass the Bloodletters from range, and then if they try to move into you, you just back off. And then cap the sides with Guardians, Banshees. This is just very impatient play. Just like, well, why is he doing this push with the Falcon right into Havoc and K-Dread and Bloodletters? I don't understand. Oh, subjugation. Just subjugated the Banshees. Yeah. Well, subjugate didn't do much there, did it? I really don't like this term of subjugation now. I think it's pretty fucking shit. 10-second duration is just so mediocre. I don't know why the Sorcerer's running into battle with these Banshees. Sorcerer's probably dead. Yeah. Well, that 50 power invested into subjugation wasn't really worth it. And only now do the Fire Dragons come out. I think that's too late. Yeah. Don't go for Fire Dragons right now. That'd be terrible. He needs to get tier 3 and get a shield on the Falcon. That'd be fucking dope. And then get Seer Council. That'd be really good. Predator's already out. Now this is a really tricky position. He might actually just be able to chase down the Falcon and kill it. Falcon should see the Predator and get the hell out of there. It needs to move. It needs to move. It needs that energy shield. It makes it so much better. Get out, Falcon. What are you doing? Jesus. This was so risky. Like, if the Predator just bum rushed the Falcon, it would be dead. Because the Falcon's slower than tanks. It has less HP and it's slower. Oh, this looks like a dead Bright Lance. Oh no, the Bloodletters just phased out for some reason. I think they could have wiped it there. crazy specials from this Warlock, level 4 Warlock. I don't really know what this engagement is. I feel like there should have been a demonic summoning. He's gonna throw away the Falcon. Oh, the demonic summoning was back here for some reason. That's odd. I mean, I guess that forces off the Bright Lance, but... yeah, I guess it worked. It forced off the Bright Lance, and then that meant that the Pred could move forward and take out the Falcon. Has he got double? Oh no, that's a UI bug. I'm gonna say, where did he get the money for that from? Well, both of them lost a lot there, but honestly, I think Gordian's better off about it, because now it meant that there isn't a leveled Falcon with an energy shield to fight, which is always fucking relieving. Anyone who's fought leveled Falcons with energy shields knows how annoying they can be. I didn't even notice, but the VPs are super low for both players at the moment. I'm actually concerned about Gordian's ability to win this because of the VPs. He's got a better army, and like, Chaos Tier 3 beats Eldar Tier 3. Eldar Tier 3 is really garbage. You know, Fire Prism is just going to get hunted down by tanks in 1v1s. It's more of a 3v3 unit. The Falcon without any levels just can't hold up to a leveled, upgraded tank. Seer Council get beat by Terminators. Avatar's shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really much on offer here for the Eldar Tier 3, but the problem is VPs now. Eldar are fast. Eldar can still access the Autarch. Going for a Fire Prism. Ballsy choice, man. That's so risky against the Chaos Pred. Chaos Predator is going for the Corn upgrade. That'll make it really quick and increase its damage a little bit. I think it's 50% more damage on the bolters, 25% more damage on the cannon shots. Pretty nice DPS increase. Adding speed is nice too, but it still remains quite fragile. Only 700 HP, that's not a lot. Won't take much for a Fire Prism to drop it, but obviously if the Predator can move in on a flank and the Fire Prism focuses on something else, the Predator will easily 1v1 it, and the Predator is way quicker with a Mark of Corn than a Fire Prism can ever hope to be. So it's a ballsy choice, and this thing takes a while to come out. I don't know why the Water Spiders seem to be incurring so much bleed. Like, what are they bleeding against? There's only melee on the field. Looks like this is just going to become a VP battle. I don't know why Gordian's not buying any heretics. He needs to be able to repair and worship. Constantly losing heretics is putting him in an awful position. Well, let's see how it plays out. Fire Prism's here. Oh, look at that damage. Yeah, this Predator needs heals. It's not going to win in this situation. Oh, he fucking mismicroed it. That's dead. Well, that was the thing. Fire Prism worked out, guys. It worked out. The Prism needs to be careful though. There is now a Tzeentch Predator coming out. I wonder how many shots it is to kill a Fire Prism. Will the Tzeentch Predator kill a Fire Prism in 2 shots if one of them's on rear armor? Probably. This could be really risky for the Prism. I hate how it's facing its rear towards the enemy base. Oh, well, it needs to swap to the Focus Beam for a start. Zloy a little bit slow to get on the capping game here. Might cost him. Oh, this Prism's getting way too close to the Predator. And it's still on fucking wide beam. What is this tank micro? Oh my god. No! Gordian, what are you doing? Why is he backing off? No, he just had to attack the Prism. Prism's only got 500 HP. It does less DPS than you. Now he's fucked it because he's got no repair support, so now he's doomed. He can't push forward now. There's a Bright Lance doing covering fire. Wow. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we go. Here's the flank from the Predator. Boom. Oh, no, it looks like it takes 2 rear armor shots, not 1.5. So I don't think this next shot's going to kill. Oh my god, it does! Holy shit! 1 rear armor shot and then 1 to the front will kill a fire prism. Haha! Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What just happened? Did the Water Spiders just get wiped by subjugated Banshees? Yeah, I think they did. And now Chaos Terminators get called in. If this Predator lives, which it's gonna... Yeah, this is GG. Well played. GG, well played. I don't see how Zloy can do anything now. Yeah, he's got nothing. Unless he does some amazing VP capping bullshit. I don't see what he can do here. I mean, just keep the fucking Terminators around the mid. Gordian, would you please get some heretics and repair your tank? For goodness sake. Just get these fools out of here. I don't know why Zloy's going for Howling Banshees when he's in tier 3. He should obviously be getting Seer Council. Level 1 Howling Banshees are really bad. Like, for a tier 3 unit, you know, level 1 Howling Banshees get wrecked. This is not a good idea.
Fight harder.
Nice to see a Tzeentch Pred do its thing. Especially since he's playing as a Chaos Sorcerer. Good to see Subjugate doing something as well, killing those Water Spiders. Oh wow, he went for Lightning Claws? That seems strange, but okay. And then the Dark Flames because that Bright Lance is annoying him. Even though it's not really doing anything. Okay. Right. That's a good delaying tactic, I guess. Yeah, that works. Well, I think that's the game. And because they're only level 1, they can't get specials, so they can't even disrupt the cap. Just like that, it is GG. Pretty cool game though. Nice and close. And I love matches on this map. This is honestly my favourite 1v1 map. I just think it's so pretty. It is a little bit laney, but it's not too laney. I mean, you've got 4 routes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one, you know, it's quite wide. It's a good map, man. Big up Swift. Premium map maker for Dawn of War 2. That was a middling Mondays, guys. Congrats for the win to Gordian. Top it out.